Progress is impossible without change. That's a quote from Walt Disney. And with that being said, lots of things have changed and will continue to change at Walt Disney World. So it's important to stay ahead of those changes. Here are some of the tips to help you handle the biggest changes we've seen at Walt Disney World as the 50th anniversary continues. What's up, everybody? It's Nick with Who Dat Travel. Now we're here with the essential tips for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary trips in 2022. If these types of videos help you out, please give the huge thumbs up, smash that like button if that's what you're into. It really does help us out by spreading our video even farther on YouTube so more people can get helped out. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to be notified when I release new content. With that being said, let's jump into this. You still do need to plan ahead for your trips, but not nearly as much as you did before. Infamously, Walt Disney World used to require a serious amount of pre-trip planning, but gone are the days of having to decide where you want to eat 6 months in advance or deciding what you want to ride in the park 2 months in advance. It's become very doable to take things as they come on your Walt Disney World vacation. With that being said, if you want to maximize your trip, you still need to do some pre-planning. Here are some of those main things that you need to plan in advance. The first tip that you cannot wait on is your hotel reservation. Recently, it seems like there are no on-site rooms available. This likely isn't a reflection of the number of rooms available, but a function of the staffing Disney has available for its hotels. Our advice is if you're planning on a trip to Walt Disney World and want to stay on-site, make reservations early. If you're booking a package that includes tickets, you only need to make a $200 deposit. For a room-only reservation, you need to pay the first night as a deposit. These deposits are fully refundable 30 days in advance of your trip for the package and 5 days in advance for your trip of a room-only reservation. It's our opinion it's preferred to book and cancel than wait and not get the on-site room that you want. If you're willing to stay off-site, you'll have many more options. Again, we recommend booking refundable reservations. Prices fluctuate greatly and you might be able to find a different hotel or even rebook your reserved hotel at a lower rate. Personally, I definitely recommend an off-site that is in the Disney bubble. There are certain hotels that are afforded the benefits of staying on-site. Mainly those ones are in the Disney Springs area, and of course, very, very close to Epcot, like the Swan and the Dolphin. Park reservations. The biggest change Walt Disney World guests should be aware of is the introduction of theme park reservations. You will need to make a park reservation for every day that you plan to be in the parks, as well as have a ticket for that park. That means that you need to tell Disney whether you plan on visiting the Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or the Animal Kingdom on any given day. If you have a park hopper ticket, you can park hop to the other parks starting at 2 p.m. Since Disney has opened up its capacity restriction, park reservations aren't too difficult to get right now, except on the most busiest of holidays. But definitely remember to book those sooner rather than later, just in case. And of course, buy your tickets as soon as you know when you'd like to go and get those reservations, just to make sure that you can go where you want to go when you want to go. Dining reservations. Thankfully, you no longer need to make dining reservations 6 months in advance at Disney World. Instead, Disney World has adopted the much more reasonable Disneyland policy of 60-day reservations in advance of your trip. Remember that if you are staying on-site or at certain Disney partner off-site hotels, you can make dining reservations for the length of your stay 60 days before your first night. Goodbye FastPass Plus and hello Genie Plus. The lightning lanes and individual attraction selections. Another big planning change is the sunsetting of Disney's old FastPass Plus system, where you would reserve 3 FastPass Plus reservations 30 to 60 days in advance depending on where you were staying. You no longer need to make any decisions about what attractions you want to experience on any given day of your trip before you get to Walt Disney World. Just make your park reservations and decide what you want to experience while you're in the park. Alright, this all sounds great in theory, but of course there's a castle-sized catch here. With a retirement of FastPass Plus, Disney has introduced a litany of new concepts for its guests to decipher. Walt Disney World's replacement for FastPass Plus involves both free and paid ways to minimize your wait times in line. Unfortunately, getting true FastPass Plus-like access will require some extra money. Here is the short version of the changes. FastPass Plus has been discontinued. The FastPass Plus queue has been branded as Lightning Lane. Disney Genie is free and is an update to the My Disney Experience app, aimed to help you minimize your wait times. All guests can use Disney Genie to alert them when lines are short for various attractions. For $15 per day per guest, guests can upgrade to Disney Genie Plus. That will allow to reserve Lightning Lane access to attractions throughout the day, similar to the old MaxPass system at Disneyland. Certain marquee attractions, up to a maximum of 2 per park, require you to purchase separate Lightning Lane access. These are called Individual Attraction Selections, IAS. You cannot get Lightning Lane access to these attractions via Genie Plus. You do not need to purchase Genie Plus in order to purchase IAS or vice versa. Lightning Lane access for both Genie Plus and IAS will be the day of only. You cannot reserve in advance like the old FastPass Plus system. Virtual queues will still be in effect as needed, currently only at Remy's Ratatouille Adventure at Epcot. As you can see, the short version of these changes is actually, well, not short. FastPass Plus wasn't a simple system, and the new system definitely takes it to another level of complication. Be prepared to adjust your visiting strategies. As the last section would indicate, Walt Disney World guests need to be prepared to adjust their visiting strategies. For those who knew how to maximize FastPass Plus, there's no getting around the fact that you likely will be spending more time in lines and also spending more money. One aspect of visiting we've already gotten to see in practice is the new 30-minute early theme park entry offered for guests of Walt Disney World resorts and select off-site resorts. This is available in every park each day. Early theme park entry replaces Extra Magic Hour, which used to allow on-property guests access 1 hour early and sometimes 1 hour later, but just to a single park each day. During early theme park entry, everyone is let through the turnstiles, but only guests of the select resorts are allowed into actual attraction areas of the park 30 minutes before official park opening time. During this 30 minutes, you can ride one headliner if you're at the front of the line, though it may be more efficient to ride 2 mid-tier attractions. Mark early theme park entry as developing. A few other strategy changes to keep in mind. Guests of Deluxe and Deluxe Villa on-property resorts can access many attractions during extended evening theme park hours. So far, these are limited dates at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. The virtual queue for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance has been paused indefinitely and replaced by the old-fashioned standby line. This promises to be one of the longest lines at Disney in 2022. While one virtual queue is disappearing, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure in Epcot still has a virtual queue of its own. There is no standby line, so if you would like to ride, make sure you know how to snag spots at the queue at either 7 a.m. or 1 p.m. daily during their release times, or you can purchase an individual Lightning Lane pass. For guests with park hopper tickets, park hopping is still limited to 2 p.m. Adjust your dining plans and expectations. If attractions aren't your main goal, it's likely that dining at Walt Disney World remains a high priority for your family. Unfortunately, dining seems to be one of the biggest pain points at Walt Disney World right now since the reopening. A combination of supply chain and staffing issues have resulted in fewer restaurants being open and shorter hours for a lot of the restaurants that remain open. Gone are the days when you can be sure that you'll be able to find something substantial to eat late at night in the parks, and the choices may be even slimmer if you wait to eat when you return to your hotel late in the evening. When will these issues sort themselves out? Well, that's hard to tell. But we're confident that when these issues have been mostly sorted out, the return of the currently suspended Disney dining plan for resort guests will likely signal that this situation has much improved. Until then, here's what you need to know about adjusting your dining plans and expectations at Walt Disney World. Table service restaurants. Due to low staffing, the reality is that not every table is being filled at table service restaurants. Restaurants may not always look busy, but it can still be difficult to find a table, or you may have to wait. With that in mind, it's really important to make dining reservations immediately at the 60-day window when it opens. This time does vary, but it generally will be sometime between 4:30 and 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are staying on site, make reservations for your entire trip at once. That will give you the best shot at the table service reservations that you want. Walk-up availability is variable, but definitely an option. You can also enter a virtual queue for the same day availability via the My Disney Experience app. So don't give up if you don't get those dining reservations you want. And of course, try day of. It's amazing what pops up when people are changing their own days around. Quick service and mobile ordering. Mobile ordering remains one of the most convenient ways for most guests to order quick service food at Walt Disney World. Place your order in advance of mealtime, like when you're queuing for an attraction, and tap "I'm here" when you're walking over to the restaurant to save the maximum amount of time. Mastering the My Disney Experience app. As you may have gathered, a solid understanding of the My Disney Experience app has become a prerequisite for a successful Walt Disney World trip. On any given trip, you may likely use the My Disney Experience app for virtual queue enrollment, Disney Genie and wait times, Disney Genie Plus Lightning Lane reservations, dining reservations, mobile ordering, maps. Walt Disney World has slowly but surely moved into the 21st century, and technology will remain at the forefront of the guest experience. Before any trip to Walt Disney World, it's a good practice to play around with the My Disney Experience app to get a feel for how it works. Yes, they will change the app around. My wife and I actually really enjoy the game of how long is this wait time on any given day. We'll open up My Disney Experience and look at the map of Disney and quiz each other on what we think the wait times are. Playing around with the My Disney Experience app like this will not only have a little bit of laughter, but will make it easier for when you are actually at Walt Disney and using this app. New offerings for Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary and a crowded 2022. We'll end this video by reminding you that Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary celebration will run through mid-2023. We already know some of the big new attractions coming during this time. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure opened on October 1st, 2021, along with 2 nighttime spectaculars, Disney Enchantment at Magic Kingdom and Harmonious at Epcot. Throughout the 18-month anniversary celebration, you can expect exciting new openings and offerings here and there, including hopefully Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and hopefully Tron Light Cycle Power Run. We think that the 50th anniversary, combined with everything pointing in the right directions in terms of public health, will lead to a very crowded 2022, and it has looked that way so far. Be sure to make your plans early and keep tuned to Whodat Travel for more helpful videos like this. And with that being said, we'll see you real soon. Thanks, everybody.